Sup YouTube, this is Slide8 Fry here, and I assure you I'll be doing some more Johnny Depp shorts. I just haven't had anything new I've thought about posting. But there's more coming. I'll probably even just include additional footage from interviews I made shorts out of already, or find new interviews, because my goodness, my most viewed short is no longer that weird psychiatrist in court doing that thing with Johnny Depp looking at him like, what the hell? That was 51,000 views. Now I have a Johnny Depp interview with over 64,000 views. 64? Nintendo 64. You're damn right. It sucks that they charge more than double the price when really you're not getting that much more compared to what you started out with. But anyways, let's see if I can control it like this. How well can you see? It's reflecting too much and it looks really stupid what I'm doing. Okay, so Mario Party and Mario Party 2 were added recently. And if you're interested, now that I'm mentioning this, friend code is up there. I haven't played very much online because I'm usually playing this on the go when I'm out at work, so I'm not always connected to the internet. But yeah, feel free to add me. But make sure you make it clear who you are. Maybe even comment on this video. Anyways, I obviously went way off topic. This is a reaction that is important to me because it's to Karl Jobst. And most of my reactions to him don't really do that well because he's not something that you would be wanting to watch reactions to. But I have noticed when it's with Billy Mitchell, it does better. Probably because it's Billy Mitchell. And it's also important to me. So I'm hoping that in some way for people who, I mean, let's be honest, Karl Jobst is way bigger than I am, but if somehow you've never watched him before, maybe you can find out more about this by watching me react to him. So, let's get this. One other thing I gotta mention though, and this came as a shock. Before I even started recording this, my wife informed me that a famous singer that, well, she grew up listening to, I didn't really listen to his music growing up, but he's really the same age as me. He's 34. I'm 34. He died. His name, Aaron Carter. I'm sure not everybody knows who he is, but he's pretty well known. He's the brother of Nick Carter, who was in one of those boy bands from the 90s. I think it was Backstreet Boys. I don't think it was NSYNC. Might have been NSYNC. I don't remember. But anyway, sad to see him go. Life's not fair. Aaron Carter has had problems in life. I do think he was also often misunderstood. That tends to be the case when people who have like serious like addiction problems and stuff. A lot of them are misunderstood and have dealt with pressures and BS. Like actually, his brother, older brother Nick Carter, is always being a douchebag to him. I'm the youngest of three boys. I can relate, actually, but not to the point of it happening on TV, though. Anyways, let's focus on the actual subject matter of this. And yeah, rest assured, more shorts are coming. That's where all the views come in. That's where all my subscribers have been coming from. But I don't make very much at all monetizing shorts. Like my most popular short, I still haven't made even a cent from, even though it's got 64,000 views or 67,000 views or whatever the case may be. But my videos that get like a few hundred views, I actually make a little money off of. I've made like maybe 50 cents or something. If they get over 1,000 views, it's like $1 or something like that. Anyways, let's move on. This is by Karl Jobst. Billy Mitchell has gone insane, and I need your help. I'm really tired of Billy Mitchell. If you've seen the documentary The King of Kong, don't believe it. It's a lie. It's a full-on lie. Billy Mitchell is not the King of Kong. He cheated. He's not even. I mean, I'm sure he's better than me at Donkey Kong. I'm not that good at Donkey Kong at the arcade. I'm good at Donkey Kong in the Game Boy game because the controls and the gameplay are much more improved, and it's just a much better overall game. And there's a lot more to it than just the arcade levels. Like you got to get the key to the locked door, but to beat the level. But like, no, Billy Mitchell is nowhere close. He's nowhere close to being the best player in the world. There's a lot of better players than him. He cheated in order to get his legendary high score, and it's really frustrating. Look, this is October 13th, 2022, and the Courier Mail says legendary gamer Billy Mitchell. Most people know that Billy Mitchell lied. He cheated. He falsified. He used an emulator, which is not the official hardware, and by doing that, he was able to do things that you couldn't do in the original arcade hardware, and that actually is cheating. It's against the rules to use the unofficial hardware, to not use the official hardware to get the best score in Donkey Kong, and count it to Twin Galaxies or whatever record holders, score record keepers are. Anyways, legendary U.S. gamer. I hate how they're wording this. Someday I hope the truth really comes out and the mainstream media, stops calling him a legendary gamer, because it's like how the mainstream media keeps backing Amber Heard when she clearly is a horrible human being, and Johnny Depp was definitely defamed and abused by her, just as the court proved. Anyways, let's continue with the video. I've wasted enough.
Absolute legends. As many of you know, last year I was officially sued by Billy Mitchell. In September of 2021, Mitchell filed a $450,000 lawsuit against me over my video titled "The Biggest Con Men in Video Game History, Strike Again." In that video, I go over a couple of ridiculous lawsuits that Billy Mitchell and Todd Rogers had filed. I get questions all the time from people asking me if I'm still being sued, and the answer is yes. Not only am I still being sued, but as you're about to find out, things have gotten out of hand.
Oh, God.
Billy Mitchell's compulsive need to threaten and sue people that talk about him has reached all-time highs, and you will not believe what he has recently done to try to silence me. But before that, I want to give you an idea about how expensive and devastating defending a frivolous lawsuit can be. In the past year alone, my legal defense has cost $180,000. Yes, you heard correctly, $180,000. Obviously, I can't get into the specifics, but there are a lot of things that have to happen before trial, and it's all extremely expensive. Now, luckily, I've been in a very fortunate position because I had a couple of people reach out to me and have helped immensely over the past 12 months.
Very nice.
Notch, the creator of Minecraft, was very helpful in the beginning and has supported me a lot. And then another gentleman by the name of Julian was extremely generous and funded a huge amount of money. Those guys are absolutely insane, and I will always be in their debt for the help they have provided me. $180,000 is so much money, and I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like for someone who did not have the support system I do to face something like this alone. Which
is probably why Billy Mitchell has gotten away with lying to get his way and still be in the record books, because he'll sue anybody who proves his lies. He'll sue anybody who proves that he lied and cheated, because these people can't afford to deal with the cost of the lawsuit. He gets away with suing them because they can't afford to deal with that. So, yeah, we're very fortunate for Karl Jobst to be able to have a support system to help him in this case, since what Billy Mitchell is doing is wrong. I mean, come on, how scummy, how petty is it to sue somebody over them saying that your records are false? That's like one of the most petty things you could ever do. And anybody who would sue over that clearly is guilty of those records being false. He wouldn't sue him if he was able to prove that his records were real. He would literally just have to prove that they're real. But no, he's suing them because he can't. He can't prove it.
also just highlights how vile and disgusting people are that abuse the legal system to frivolously attack people they want to silence. It is estimated that this lawsuit is going to cost at least another $100,000 before it's over. But things get a lot worse and a lot more stupid from here. Because you see, Billy Mitchell isn't satisfied just suing me once. Oh no, he is going to sue me again. In April of this year, I released a video called Disgraced Gamer Billy Mitchell Accused of Extortion, where I factually and objectively reported on accusations made against Mitchell by the current Donkey Kong World Record holder, Robbie Lakeman. If you watched that video, you'll notice that at no point did I ever give my opinion on the validity of those accusations. I was simply reporting on public claims made by a very noteworthy person, who was also someone that Mitchell was using as a defense witness in his own lawsuits. But Mitchell didn't want to sue the person that actually made the claims. No, he wants to sue me just for talking about them. So first, his lawyer sent me a letter saying that the video was defamatory. And after we made it clear that I wouldn't take the video down because all of my statements in the video were literally true, and I wasn't even the person who made the claims he has a problem with, he sent me another $450,000 lawsuit. Now this is already stupid enough, as in my humble opinion, he has absolutely no case, and this is just an attempt to scare me, but it still gets even worse. Because Billy Mitchell isn't satisfied just suing me twice. Oh no, apparently he wants to go for the hat trick and sue me 3 times. And this latest action is the worst yet, and you couldn't even make this up if you tried. In May of this year, I released a video called I Cheated in a Speedrun and I Need to Come Clean, which was a parody video where I jokingly made fun of myself for submitting a few cheated scores to a gaming magazine over 20 years ago when I was a kid. Anyone who's watched that video might be wondering what this has to do with Billy Mitchell, as the video wasn't about him, nor did I even talk about him. And that's a valid question. But here is the amazing thing. While it is true that I didn't mention or talk about Billy Mitchell, I did show this clip.
You're familiar with Billy Mitchell, world video game champion?
I remember this.
He could probably do it. So I gotta find a way to harness his power, and I think I found a way.
That's right, we're gonna cheat.
This is a meme that was made back in 2020, which has over 4 million views on YouTube and millions of views on Twitter. That's right, in the entire video, I literally did not mention Billy Mitchell at all, or talk about him. I simply randomly threw in this meme of someone else talking as a joke, and Billy Mitchell wants to sue me for this.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, it's edited. That was from an old AVGN episode when he reviewed Terminator, not Terminator. Well, first he was reviewing Transformers. He started out at the beginning reviewing Transformers on Commodore 64, and he had to play that on a cassette, it was a cassette tape. It's freaking old ass technology. But then he would later play Transformers on the Famicom, not the NES that was internationally released, the Famicom, the Japanese, Famicom before they released the NES worldwide. So the same console but Japan only. Cool. He actually had an original Famicom. It was the only way to play. What was it? Transformers, because it was only released in Japan, and he was really struggling with the game. And he briefly mentioned there's the clip right there. He briefly mentions Billy Mitchell, and it wasn't known at the time because this review came out. I don't remember if it was 2009, 2010, but it wasn't known at the time that Billy Mitchell was a cheater. So, yeah, he's like, oh, world gaming champion. Yeah, maybe he could do it. So, I want to harness his power. So, what actually happens in the episode, if you're not familiar, is that AVGN, James Rolfe, Angry Video Game Nerd, he actually grabs hot sauce because there was a hot sauce that was sponsored by Namco, having Pac-Man on it, and Billy Mitchell. So, he would put the hot sauce in his mouth, just like this, on his tongue, to try to harness the power of Billy Mitchell. It was really funny. It's like, I don't give a shit whose power that's gonna be. It's fucking hot sauce. I'm not doing that. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, so yeah, somebody edited that scene into that little clip to have James Rolfe or AVGN change it to saying, "Oh, we're going to cheat by inserting the Game Genie," which was from a different review. I forget which review. I think it actually might have been from Frankenstein, but no, I don't think so. Even though I rewatched that review just yesterday, but yeah, it wasn't even just him talking about him and making fun of him. It was him talking about him, and then it was edited to make him say, "Yeah, we'll harness his power by cheating." He didn't originally say that.
Shortly after I released that video, his lawyer sent me this letter. And mind you, this isn't just a letter, this is a concerns notice, which is a legal document that you are required to send to someone before you sue them. We act for William Mitchell. This is a concerns notice for the purpose of Section 14, Defamation Act, Queensland 2005. On 13th of September 2021, our client commenced a claim against you for defamation damages in respect to the publication of a video on the digital platform YouTube on or about 26th of May 2021. On 10th of April 2022, you posted on the web a video entitled "Disgraced Gamer Billy Mitchell Accused of Extortion," which is the subject of a concerns notice sent to you on 20th of April 2022. On 7th of May 2022, you posted on the web a further video entitled "I cheated in a speedrun and I need to come clean," which read relevantly as follows: "I needed to harness the power of the greatest gamer that ever lived." You're familiar with Billy Mitchell, world video game champion. He could probably do it, so I gotta find a way to harness his power, and I think I found a way. That's right, we are going to cheat.
That was edited, though. You can't sue somebody over this. It's so stupid.
Mr. Mitchell was identified in the publication by his name. The words in their ordinary and natural meaning meant and were understood to mean that Billy Mitchell is a person who defrauds, deceives, or tricks other people and is a swindler. Billy Mitchell is guilty of fraudulently hoodwinking so as to obtain unfair advantage when competing in video games. The words and the imputations are untrue and are grossly defamatory. Yeah, true. I'm sure they are.
They're completely true, but what's really stupid is, oh my god, just look up the Transformers episode of AVGN. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, because that isn't even what he said. He said he was going to use the hot sauce. That was edited to make it look like he said that we're going to cheat like him. So this is the worst kind of evidence I could possibly think of, because not only is it a clip that Karl Jobst used in his video that isn't his, but it's an edited clip that actually changed what James Rolfe said as parody. So that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. My God.
The video has been viewed by a substantial number of people, and an extensive number of comments have been posted on your YouTube page. Section 10A of the Defamation Act at the time of your publication requires Mr. Mitchell to establish that your publication has caused, or is likely to cause, serious harm to his reputation. Oh my lord. Yes. Billy Mitchell is a joke. He has become a parody of himself. This letter is nothing short of hilarious, and I would otherwise be laughing if not for the fact that this is a real letter written by a real lawyer that my lawyers really had to respond to. I sincerely cannot believe that even he would stoop this low.
Yeah.
But just think about this for a moment. The video wasn't about Billy Mitchell at all. I didn't talk about him or mention him. In fact, the video was about me cheating. All I did was include a 10-second meme that I didn't make, that isn't even of me talking, that's an obvious joke, that was released years ago and already has millions of views. And Billy Mitchell started legal action against me, claiming that it's defamation. But what makes this so much crazier is that Billy Mitchell did cheat. So not only does he want to sue me over a meme that someone else made, but he wants to sue me over a meme that someone else made that's true. And what's ironic is that there are hundreds of comments underneath the YouTube video of this clip of people making fun of Billy, joking, saying that he's going to sue them for posting it. And then he actually does go and threaten to sue me for using that exact clip. This is what I mean when I say he is a parody of himself. People can't even joke about him anymore, because he really does act that way. Now, it's all well and good to laugh about how crazy this whole situation is, but
Yeah.
unfortunately for me, it comes with huge consequences.
It does,
I
that's
have
sad.
done absolutely nothing wrong, and I will never
Correct.
be scared into silence by anyone. But until I win in court and defeat this madness, it's going to cost a ton of money.
So
And I'm
sad.
truly sorry, but I do need help. Maybe if I was the only variable in this whole mess, I could battle my way through it alone. But unfortunately, this affects my entire family too. And
Yeah.
psychologically and financially, some help would really benefit not only me, but them as well. So I have set up a GoFundMe to help with my fight against Billy Mitchell, and any help would be immensely appreciated. This GoFundMe
I will get my face out of the way. Karl Jobst Legal Defense Fund. A $200,000 goal. I don't know how many donations it has as of yet. This video I'm reacting to came out, according to YouTube, 5 hours ago. I was going to do a reaction to it sooner, but actually, I kind of woke up with having a traumatizing nightmare, to be honest. So, yeah, my wife said that something horrible is going to happen. Like, she had this premonition. Sad. Aaron Carter died. I had this nightmare that I was in a really tall building and some terrorist was threatening to blow everybody up. I managed to escape and run down the stairs, and I think my dream like skipped to when I got to the. Well, no, I remember telling people, "Don't go upstairs" when I was going down the stairs. I think in real life I would have just told them to get out of the building, like just get out now. Because if I just say don't go upstairs, how's that helpful to them? you know. But no, when I got to the bottom floor, that terrorist's girlfriend was pointing a gun at me, and I was whimpering and scared for my life, and somehow convinced her to not shoot me. So I go out to the parking garage. Then she's chasing me in her car. But what's interesting is every time I have nightmares where my life is threatened, like it used to be that I would die in the dream and then freak out when I wake up, but no, over like the past, I don't know, like decade and a half, whenever I have nightmares where my life is threatened, I actually survive them every time now. I don't know, maybe I'm somehow controlling the dream at the end or something, or I do have the ability, I've had this for pretty much, yeah, 15 years or whatever. I actually have the ability to wake myself up. Like a lot of people can't wake themselves up from a bad dream, but like when I realize I'm dreaming, I force my eyes to open and get up, and it's hard to do, but it's might as well do it. Ugh. Anyways, no. So mention no. So I said I didn't die, right? A much older man with like a gray beard had a machine gun on his back and just pulled it out and started blasting at her. I was like, what the fuck? I think at that point, that's when I knew it was a dream, because I was like, how could I get this lucky, right? No, no way. It's a much older guy who's really good with a machine gun saves my life from a terrorist's girlfriend who wants to kill me with her car. Like, damn. But yeah, it was to the point where like I stayed up when I got up earlier than I probably should have, because I didn't want to go back to sleep, and I couldn't even focus on my video editing. So maybe that nightmare was a premonition of something bad about to happen to Karl Jobst. Who knows? I don't actually normally believe in that stuff, but anytime my wife has a premonition of something bad about to happen, it happens. Another thing is last year, legendary former Oakland Raiders head coach and NFL announcer and namesake of the most popular sports franchise, yep, John Madden. We all know he died last year. But what's crazy is on like the same day that he died, maybe it was the day before, I just randomly decided to look him up on Wikipedia when he was still alive. And then I found out later, like the very next day, that he died. I'm like, I randomly looked him up and then he died. It's like as if I knew he was about to die, so I looked him up, but when he was still alive? Like, what? Anyways, going way off topic, let's continue. Karl Jobst. needs help because what Billy Mitchell is doing is wrong, and we got to do what's right.
GoFundMe is set to cover the rest of my existing lawsuit, immensely appreciated. This GoFundMe is set to cover the rest of my existing lawsuit, plus the new lawsuit that Billy Mitchell says he will be filing, plus having to deal with all of the other bullshit threats that come my way. This is in Australian dollars, so it's not as large as it seems, but it's still a very significant amount of money that it's going to take to defeat Mitchell. There is light at the end of the tunnel though. In Australian court, generally the loser has to pay a lot of the legal fees of the winning party. So if I eventually win, which does seem extremely likely, Mitchell should have to pay back a lot of money. And I was thinking that in his honor, I could use that money to put on an epic gaming tournament. Perhaps we could call it the Gary Bobby Ferguson Memorial Epic Gaming Event for people who don't cheat in video games or sue people who call them out. I'm not sure, I might have to find a way to shorten it a bit.
Yeah,
the next
probably.
12 months will not be good for Billy Mitchell. He has his trial against Twin Galaxies coming up, and in my opinion, and in the opinion of anyone who knows the details of Mitchell's cheating, he has absolutely no chance of winning. Especially when even more technical evidence showing that he cheated keeps coming out. As if it wasn't already conclusive enough, recently, a huge document from an electrical engineer showed a mountain of new evidence that Billy's story isn't true. And when he loses this lawsuit against Twin Galaxies, oh boy, they are going to come after him hard. Mitchell can keep threatening people for now, but as soon as he loses one of these lawsuits, which is inevitable, he will be absolutely destroyed and everything will come crumbling down. So, this has been an update to what I've been dealing with behind the scenes. Again, if you have the means, I would appreciate any help, so please consider donating to my GoFundMe, or consider sharing this video. Thank you so much for watching, you legends. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.
I do hope, granted, I do want to get more views and get, more monetization and so on, but I do hope that this recorded reaction video is a helpful way of spreading the news of this as well. I'm going to put his GoFundMe, I'm going to link it in the description. I'll also pin a comment with it as well, because, look, I believe in actual justice being served. I don't believe in a bias, like having, oh my God, we need to save the integrity of King of Kong. No. Billy Mitchell cheated. He lied to get to where he is. Twin Galaxies changes ownership and deletes all his records because they know he cheated. And, now he's trying to sue them because he hates that his name is being defamed. He's so reckless. I'm sorry, but when you sue people over something that you yourself did, basically, you're going to lose. But that's the thing. He has the money to, to file these lawsuits, and he knows that a lot of the people who talk against him do not have the money to pay to go to court. He's using that to his advantage to shut people up, and that is not okay. Not at all. Absolutely not. By the way, any comments that defend Billy Mitchell, I will ignore them. If they keep persisting, I will delete them. I might even be able to, I don't know if YouTube has this, but I might actually try to set up a censor to make sure Billy Mitchell doesn't even, comments with Billy Mitchell don't even show up. Because sometimes when I've posted these reactions to Karl Jobst talking about Billy Mitchell and his lies and him being a douchebag, people for some reason defend Billy Mitchell. It's like how recently I uploaded, well, not that recently, it was a few weeks ago at this point, but I uploaded a short when Kanye West was interviewed by Piers Morgan, and I honestly found that comment section disintegrating. Almost all the comments were people defending Kanye West, as if he's completely normal and doesn't have any mental issues, and some saying he doesn't have to apologize for saying what he said against Jewish people, for saying something anti-Semitic. And even more pathetic is that, oh my God, there was somebody I called out by telling them, yeah, he does have to apologize. What he said was anti-Semitic. The guy replied asking what was so anti-Semitic about it. So then I called him out again saying, wow, it's really annoying reading these comments defending him, especially from people like you who don't even know what you're defending. Like, the fact that he didn't even know about the comments that Kanye West said and he's defending him, especially when in that very short, Piers Morgan literally calls out Kanye West for saying DEFCON 3 all Jewish people. Like, he literally calls him out in the short. Like, what were you not listening? Like, come on, dude. Anyways, I'm not going to listen to people who defend Billy Mitchell because there's nothing to defend. What he's doing is wrong. What he's doing is horrible. He doesn't deserve to be defended. It's like people who defend Amber Heard. Once again, she doesn't deserve to be defended. She's a horrible human being. She abuses people. She has a history of it, not just Johnny Depp. She abused an ex-girlfriend she used to date well before she dated Johnny Depp. There's evidence that she abuses anybody she's in a relationship with. So I'm sorry, when you say stupid things like, oh, well, she's a woman, she can't be the abuser. There's already evidence that she has been the abuser, even before Johnny Depp, so you can't claim that she can't be. Anyways, especially now that she's, doing the homeless or stateless thing or whatever, where she's been in Israel and in Spain and maybe elsewhere going under a fake name or whatever. Yeah, does that sound like somebody who's innocent? No. Anyways, Billy Mitchell has been called out for cheating, has not proven any evidence to prove that he didn't cheat, and is suing people to shut them up. Does he sound innocent? Absolutely not. If you think he's innocent, no, I'm not going to listen. I'm not. I'm tired of reading comments from people who defend somebody who clearly is a bad person. Now, the Kanye West one, that didn't bother me as much because I just think he's a goofball. He's just nuts. But when they say stuff like he shouldn't apologize for what he said, like, no, fuck you. That's a stupid thing to say. He should apologize for what he said. um. Anyways, this was a long one, but yeah. Not only do I believe that we should help Karl Jobst in fighting against Billy Mitchell, not just because Karl Jobst needs to help, but because what Billy Mitchell is doing is wrong. If nobody can stop him, he'll just get away with well, lying and cheating and suing people into the ground who say otherwise. Like, that's not fair. It's not. That said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon to add me notifications. If you'd like to support me a little bit more, you can also join as a member. It's been a little while since I posted any members only videos, but I actually have some coming up soon. Actually, the last couple reaction videos I recorded before this one, there were some screw ups that I just took out completely that I might include in members only videos. And there's also something that some people had asked about in my recent Halloween video that's at almost 24,000 views, like almost instantly. It seems to have stagnated since then, but yeah, people have asked about about something with my car. It's not something I'd ever want to reveal publicly, but I'll put that in a members only video if you guys are curious about what happened. Not something I'm proud of. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and there'll be more Johnny Depp shorts. I know that's what people subscribe to me for. There's more to come. And I'll try to get as much work done as I can as soon as I can on my Pirates of the Caribbean review. I was gonna do it this morning, but I just couldn't really focus on it after that nightmare I had. Um, so yeah. Anyways, I'll try to get it done. I'm trying to get it done soon. I mean, it's I think I could finish it in this month. I think I could. I just have so much going on. It's not just work, but I'm actually going to a Johnny Depp concert, Johnny Depp and Jeff Beck in San Jose on Wednesday the 9th with my wife. It's going to be great. I'm going to have a bunch of videos and shorts from that. And a friend of mine who moved to Florida, who's actually originally from here in Santa Rosa, but he moved to Florida. He's visiting in the coming week. And my brother, who moved to Idaho, is here in California, but he's not visiting here. He went down to Monterey, which is like a 3.5 hour drive from here. So I'm thinking of going to see him, but unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to do that with everything else going on and some other crap I'm dealing with my apartments. But yeah, anyway, I have a lot going on. So bottom line, it'd be tough to get editing done for the Pirates review, but I'm gonna try. That said, thank you so much for watching, and guys have a good one, and support that GoFundMe for Karl Jobst.